All right, get ready, because today we're going to take a deep dive into Streak CRM.
Ooh, Streak CRM. Interesting.
Yeah, now just to make sure we're all on the same page.
Sure.
CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management.
Right.
Basically, it's a system for, keeping all your customer interactions organized,
Yeah, makes sense.
managing all that.
Yeah.
But, and here's what's really interesting about Streak, it's not like your typical CRM software.
How so?
Well, it actually lives right inside your Gmail.
Oh, wow, that's convenient.
Yeah.
So it's like instead of having to switch back and forth between a bunch of different apps,
Exactly.
you've got everything all in one place.
You got it. And it actually uses the familiar layout of Gmail, which most people are already pretty comfortable with.
Right.
So it takes that and just layers these really powerful CRM features right on top.
So no more like digging through old emails or
Right.
separate notes, trying to remember where you put that important client information.
Ugh, I know, it's the worst.
It's all right there.
Right there in your inbox. But, okay, help me out here. What does that actually look like,
Sure.
using Streak and Gmail?
So imagine like you're looking at your inbox.
Okay.
Right? And next to each email thread, you have like this little mini spreadsheet.
Right.
And in that spreadsheet, you can track all sorts of stuff about that contact. So, notes from your calls,
Huh?
meeting dates. You can track like the progress of a deal
Wow.
or even collaborate with your team, like right there.
So you're telling me instead of having to, scroll through my sent items or, go into a whole separate system,
Exactly.
I can see everything
You got it.
about my interactions with a client all in one place.
Right there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could be a game changer.
Right.
But, in our research, one of the things we found is that Streak has this customizable pipeline feature.
Yes.
What is that?
Okay, so
And how does it work?
it's all about visualizing your workflow. So imagine like a sales process, right? You might have different stages like lead, then contacted, proposal sent, negotiation, and then close one or, the dreaded closed loss.
Right, of course.
So with Streak, you can actually create a pipeline that visually shows you all these different stages.
Oh, cool.
And each deal or like project becomes a card, and you can literally move that card through the pipeline as things progress.
So instead of just a list of contacts,
Yeah.
I can actually see where everything stands.
Exactly. You see the whole flow where things are getting stuck.
Wow.
And the best part is those pipelines, they're totally customizable. So you can create different pipelines for different things you're working on, whether it's sales or hiring or project management or even like fundraising.
Okay, so it's not just for sales teams.
Nope, not at all.
That's super cool.
It's really versatile.
So give me an example. How could somebody who's not in sales use this pipeline thing?
Okay, so let's say you're a recruiter.
There.
You could create a pipeline for your whole hiring process, right?
Mhm.
So you'd have stages like application received, phone screen, interview,
Makes sense.
reference check, and then finally, offer extended.
Yeah.
And as you move those candidates through each stage, you can update all their info right in the pipeline, keep track of your notes, and even work with your hiring team all right there.
Wow. So it's I don't know, it's like having a dashboard
Kinda, yeah.
for all your important work,
You got it.
but right inside your inbox.
Right.
That's incredible.
It's pretty cool.
This is blowing my mind right now.
It's powerful stuff.
But it's not just about visualizing it, right?
No, that's just the start.
What else can you do?
So Streak also lets you really dig into your data.
Yeah.
You can filter it, sort it, group your pipeline entries based on, whatever criteria you want,
Oh, wow.
which can be super helpful for finding those bottlenecks, spotting trends,
Right.
making better decisions.
So if I were a sales manager, I could see which deals are, stuck in the proposal sent stage or whatever.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Where which salespeople are closing the most deals.
Oh, that's super valuable information.
Right. It's all about those insights.
Yeah.
And using them to improve.
So it's like taking data and making it useful.
Exactly, because data on its own
Right.
can be kind of overwhelming.
It can be.
But Streak makes it accessible and actually, actionable.
Right. Right.
You can actually use it.
This is really cool. I'm learning a lot.
Glad to hear it.
But, we've been focusing on these CRM features,
Right.
but Streak also has all these other tools, right?
Yeah. It's not just CRM.
Like for email productivity.
They really thought of everything. It's
Oh, okay. Tell me more about that.
they took all the best productivity hacks
Uh-huh.
and just built them right into Gmail.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Like, what kind of email superpowers are we talking about here?
Well, one of the most popular ones is email tracking. So you know how sometimes you send an important email and you
Yes.
just sit there like wondering if they've even opened it?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, well, with Streak, you don't have to wonder anymore. You
Yes.
get like real-time notifications when your emails are opened.
That's
So
amazing.
you can like follow up at the perfect time
Oh, wow.
and actually know if they're even seeing your message.
So you're not just like sending emails into the void.
Exactly, you're being strategic.
Yeah, you know if someone's ghosting you or not.
Exactly.
That's huge.
It takes the guesswork out of it.
It does. It really does. And then there's like mail merge.
Oh yeah, mail merge is a lifesaver if you send a lot of emails, like bulk emails.
Okay.
So say you're sending out a newsletter
Hmm.
or like a marketing campaign, Streak lets you personalize each email
Oh, wow.
with info from your Streak pipeline so you can like use their name, mention their company, really tailor it to each person.
So it's not just like a mass email blast.
Mhm.
It's actually personalized.
Exactly. It's about making that connection.
That's really cool. And I see how all these features like work together
They do. They all fit together.
to make you more efficient.
That's the goal.
This is really impressive.
And we haven't even talked about things like send later functionality
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
or snippets for those emails you send all the time or a thread splitter to keep your inbox organized.
Okay, you've convinced me. Streak sounds amazing.
It's a pretty powerful tool.
But before we all run off and sign up,
Sure.
there's one thing I have to ask.
What's that?
With all these features, it must be really expensive.
Well, actually, they have a bunch of different plans, to
Okay.
fit different needs and budgets.
Okay.
So they have a free plan
Oh, no.
that's perfect for like individuals or small teams who just want to try it out.
Yeah.
And then they have paid plans
Right.
that give you more features, more storage, and let you add more team members.
Oh, so it's flexible.
Yeah, as you grow, you can upgrade.
That's really cool.
And the best part is, you can try any plan with a free trial.
So no risk, all reward.
Exactly.
But before we tell everyone to go and sign up for Streak,
Yeah.
I think we should talk about like real world performance.
Right.
Does Streak actually live up to the hype?
That's the big question, and we'll dive into that in part 2 of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into Streak CRM.
Yeah, glad to be back.
Last time, we kind of got into all the cool features and, how Streak turns your Gmail into a CRM powerhouse.
It's pretty impressive stuff.
It is. But, the big question is, does it actually work in the real world?
Right. Does it live up to the hype?
Exactly. So what have you found?
Well, I've been looking at a lot of user reviews
Right.
and industry reports, and it seems like people really love Streak.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, they say it's super intuitive,
Yep.
really user-friendly. Like, a lot of people said they were up and running
Oh, wow.
in, like, no time.
That's awesome. Because, I'm not the most tech-savvy person,
Sure, I get it.
so I really appreciate tools that are, easy to pick up.
Yeah, nobody wants to spend hours reading manuals.
Exactly. But, okay, let's talk about, like, the actual benefits.
Right, the real-world impact.
What are people saying about how Streak is helping them?
Well, one of the biggest things that keeps coming up is how much time it saves.
Okay, yeah, we talked about that a little bit last time.
Right, but think about it. You're eliminating all that switching between different apps.
Right.
No more hunting for client info in a separate CRM than digging through your emails for context.
Ugh, I hate doing that.
It's a pain, right?
Yeah.
But with Streak, it's all right there, streamlined.
So you're saving, like, hours every week.
Potentially, yeah.
That's amazing.
And for people who live in their inbox, like a lot of us do,
Yeah.
that can be a game changer.
It really can. But is it just about convenience?
I mean, convenience is great,
It is?
but there are definitely more tangible benefits too.
Like what?
Well, it's not just about saving time. It's about using that time more effectively.
Okay, I like that.
So I was reading this case study about a small business owner.
Oh, cool.
She was using Streak to manage her sales pipeline.
Okay.
And before Streak, she was spending like hours every week updating spreadsheets.
I can relate to that.
Right, sending follow-up emails, just trying to keep track of everything.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It was a lot, but once she started using Streak, she was able to automate a lot of those tasks.
Oh, wow.
Set reminders, create email templates.
So she didn't have to start from scratch every time.
Exactly. And she could see, like, instantly which deals needed her attention.
That's super helpful.
And she said it freed up so much time for her to actually focus on, like, building relationships with clients.
Yeah, the important stuff.
Exactly, growing her business.
So it's about working smarter, not just harder.
Exactly, and that goes for teamwork too.
Okay, how so?
Well, Streak makes it really easy to collaborate with your team. Right in Gmail, you can share pipelines, assign tasks, add notes, and everyone has all the context, right there in the email thread.
So you don't have to, like, forward emails back and forth.
Nope, no more email chains.
Oh, that's a relief.
And no more confusion about, like, who's doing what.
Right.
Everything's clear. It's all in Streak.
Okay, now I'm seriously considering switching my team over to Streak.
I don't blame you.
But I do have one question about customization.
Sure, what's up?
We talked about those perk lines,
Yeah.
but, like, how granular can you really get?
Oh, you can get super granular, like really tailor them to your specific workflow.
Okay, that's good.
So say you're managing like a really complex project
Sure.
with multiple phases and stakeholders' deadlines, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
You can create a pipeline that captures all of that.
Wow.
You can add custom fields, for specific data points,
Mm-hmm.
set up automated reminders for like key milestones, even integrate with other tools like your calendar or project management software.
So it's really like a one-stop shop.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's really impressive, it sounds like. Streak can really handle anything you throw at it.
They've tried to make it as flexible as possible.
But, we've heard a lot of good things so far.
Yeah, a lot of praise.
Are there any downsides?
Well, no tool is perfect, right?
Well, of course.
So one thing to keep in mind is that Streak is specifically designed for Gmail.
Okay.
So if your team uses like Outlook or something else,
Yeah,
it might not be the best fit.
that makes sense. So you're kind of tied to the Google ecosystem.
Yeah, pretty much. And some users have said that Streak can feel a little overwhelming at first.
Really? Why?
Well, just because there's so many features
Right.
and customization options, it's like, a Swiss Army knife of CRM tools.
Okay.
Super versatile, but maybe a little intimidating if you're not sure where to start.
Yeah, like too many buttons.
Exactly. But the good news is Streak has a ton of resources to help you get started.
Oh, okay. Like what?
They have like tutorials, a knowledge base,
Uh-huh.
and their customer support is supposed to be really good.
Okay, so even if you're not like a tech expert,
Yeah, you can still figure it out.
you still use Streak.
Exactly.
That's good to know. But, before we wrap up this part,
Sure.
there's one more thing I want to talk about.
What's that?
Security.
Ah, yes, the all-important security.
Because we're talking about, sensitive client data.
Right, that's got to be protected.
So we need to know that Streak takes that seriously.
Absolutely. And we'll dive deep into Streak's security measures in part 3 of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to our deep dive
Back for the final part.
into Streak CRM.
We've covered a lot.
We've talked about all those awesome features.
All those cool tools.
How Streak can, really make a difference in the real world.
Yeah, real-world impact.
But now, for the final piece of the puzzle.
The big question.
Sec-
Right. Security and privacy.
Because,
Yeah.
We're talking about client data here.
Yeah, sensitive information.
We got to make sure that Streak's taking that seriously.
Absolutely. So let's get into it.
Yeah, what can you tell us about Streak's approach to security?
Well, the first thing to know is that Streak is built on the same infrastructure as Gmail
Oh, okay.
and all the other Google Workspace apps.
So it's all connected.
It's all integrated, yeah. Which means it benefits from like Google's security measures
Oh, that's good.
and all their data encryption standards.
I mean, Google's pretty good at that stuff.
They are. They're known for their security.
It's reassuring.
Yeah, but Streak also has its own additional security features.
Oh, okay. Like what?
Well, for one thing, they offer two-factor authentication for all user accounts.
Okay, so that means even if someone gets my password,
Right, they still can't get in.
they can't access my account.
Exactly. They need that second factor, like your phone or something.
That's good. That's a relief.
Yeah, it's an extra layer of protection.
So what about, like, the data itself?
The actual data.
Yeah. How's that protected?
So Streak uses encryption both in transit
Okay.
and at rest.
I'm not sure I understand what that means.
So basically, whether your data is like moving between your computer and their servers
Mhm.
or just stored on their servers, it's all encrypted.
Oh, okay.
Scrambled, unreadable without the right decryption keys.
So even if there was, like, a breach,
Right, a security brief.
the data would still be safe.
It would be much harder to access. Yeah.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Good, good. And then there's privacy, too,
Right. Privacy.
which is obviously super important.
Yeah.
And Streak is fully compliant with GDPR.
GDPR. What's that?
The General Data Protection Regulation.
Oh, okay.
It's a set of rules from the European Union,
Okay.
all about protecting people's data,
Right.
giving them control over how it's used.
So they're meeting like a really high standard.
Yeah, GDPR is pretty strict.
That's good to know.
So basically, Streak has a very multi-layered approach to security and privacy.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're using Google's infrastructure,
Uh-huh.
plus their own encryption, two-factor authentication.
And following all the rules.
Exactly. So they're really trying to ensure responsible data handling.
Okay, I'm convinced they're taking this seriously.
Yeah, they're not messing around.
But what if someone still has questions
Oh, yeah.
about
Yeah.
security or privacy?
Streak have a whole support team
Okay.
dedicated to answering those kinds of questions.
Oh, that's nice.
They're all about transparency. They want people to feel comfortable
That's good.
and confident about their data.
I like that.
And they have a really detailed privacy policy on their website
Okay.
that explains everything in plain language.
Oh, that's helpful.
So you can see exactly what information they collect,
Aye.
how they use it, all that stuff.
Awesome. Well, it seems like we've reached the end of our deep dive.
Wow, that went by fast.
It did. We've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, a lot of information about Streak CRM.
We talked about the features, the benefits, the security.
Hopefully people have a better understanding now,
Yeah, how Streak can really change the way you work.
especially with email.
So the big question is, could Streak be the game changer for you?
That's for you to decide.
We encourage everyone to check out Streak's website.
Yeah, go explore.
Maybe try the free plan, see what you think.
You never know, it could revolutionize your workflow.
That's right. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning,
And keep streaking.
and keep streaking.